Hi friends, this is your pal Scott Garibay, and today I got a sad video for you. There's a very real problem, and Professor Dungeon Master is wrong, but I think it's gone beyond being wrong to the point of being offensive. And I'm going to explain it to you, and it's a bad situation. Now, first of all, Professor Dungeon Master, I met this guy at Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo 2. I think he is a genuinely kind and tolerant person. I think he's a good person. But this is a circumstance where we simply realize that good people can absolutely, unequivocally do terrible things. And I think he's done a terrible thing here, and we need to talk about it. Before I roll against Professor Dungeon Master and say this terrible thing he did, it's very important to realize he is absolutely not the only person doing this terrible thing. It is abominable, and it is absolutely constant, and it's on half the D&D commentary videos that are out there. These clickbait thumbnails and titles, right? And that's what we're talking about today, is the destruction of clickbait titles and the destruction of clickbait thumbnails and titles. It's reached a point of absolute recklessness and offensiveness. And I'm calling out Professor Dungeon Master, not because he does it the most, not because he does it the worst, because he knows better. I know him. He is a very, very smart guy. He's a good person doing a terrible thing. And why is he doing that? Well, in my humble opinion, there's a point where our base nature overwhelms our good selves, and he wants that fame and glory, right? And I don't use clickbait thumbnails and titles. I struggle not to. If you think I am, take a look at it, let me know. But this is outrageous, and what he's done is and there's a destruction to it that I need to call out, and it's offensive. But I'm going to tell you, I know why he does this. I have 3,300 subscribers, and he has a 100K sub button because he's willing to go down this road. He's willing to offend the entire D&D community. He's willing to offend marginalized groups to get the clicks, and it does work. And that's the really sad part. But I'm obeying the need for civility, and I'm suffering the lack of clicks because of it, and I think that gives me a right to call him out. So let's get into it. Okay, so what did he do? Well, you can go over right now and you will find it on his you'll find this video on his channel, and it's over. TPK as the D&D design team is gutted. Okay? All right. So let's get into this, all right? Now, why is this terrible and offensive? And who is this offensive to? Okay? So who this is offensive to is the entirety of the D&D community, and specifically to women, and not women in the D&D community, women in American women, period. Like all of American women. This is massively offensive. So what is he saying? So if you look at the thumbnail, he's saying it's over. It's over, right? D&D design is over, right? Now, and then it shows a picture of 4 white men, okay? Jeremy Crawford, Chris Perkins, Mike Merles, and I believe, and one of them is like squeezed in behind 2 others, so it's hard to see what the face is. I'm almost positive it's Ray Winninger, because he would be the other design lead that was out, right? And what's really terrible is what he's saying is there can't be any more design lead. And the reason why, because all that's left is Amanda Heyman and Mackenzie DeArmas, right? Oh, wait. What did Mackenzie DeArmas do, and what did Amanda Heyman do? Well, Amanda Heyman was the project lead, the product lead, the lead on the entire book of Strixhaven, and had significant design credits on no less than 10, maybe 20 other books, right? Mackenzie DeArmas, significant design lead materials, D&D firsts on no less than 10 books. Like, these two are proven designers, right? And so what is Professor Dungeon Master saying? He's saying the white men left. what are you going to do? Just these highly skilled women? They're not going to be able to do anything if there's not a white man there to tell them what to do. How could they possibly design if a white man isn't there to tell them what to do? Right? And people come at me and you're like, oh, this isn't about Caucasian versus people of color or men versus women. It's not. We've just had white man designers for 50 years, and then the two white men leave, and a white man, Professor Dungeon Master, comes in and says, well, you couldn't possibly do any design without a white man to lead, without a white man to tell people what to do. Couldn't possibly design a single page. Even though they've proven they could design entire books and do probably the majority of the design on multiple books. These two alone are literally the short list for design lead. And Professor Dungeon Master is like, oh no, they couldn't possibly design a single page. It's over. Without a white man to lead, without a white man to tell them what to do, Amanda Heyman and Mackenzie Armas are completely void of any ability to design anything. It's over, right? TPK. What does that mean? Total Party Kill. Okay? Amanda Heyman designed Strixhaven, ground up, the whole book. She's the design lead on the book, right? Book of Many Things. Mackenzie Armas. Majority of the design on the book, right? They're not members of the party. Oh, they're just the pack animals. They're just the pack. Maybe they carried some goods for Christopher Perkins and for Jeremy Crawford. Oh no, they're not white men. They couldn't possibly have done anything of significance, right? They're not part of the party. They're literally on the design team. They've done design lead work, right? He's saying total party kill. Right? If the two white guys are on the team are removed, that's a total party kill. Even though you've designed multiple books, Amanda Heyman, even though you've designed multiple books, Mackenzie Armas, none of your work matters. You're not a white man like me, Professor Dungeon Master. How dare anyone pretend that you matter? This is outrageously offensive. Outrageously over the top offensive. It is offensive to every single person in the D&D community, and it is massively offensive to every single woman in America. And it is certainly massively offensive to anyone who is a person of color, and it's frankly massively offensive to multiple other marginalized groups. This is outrageous, unacceptable, unmitigatedly offensive. I think Professor Dungeon Master owes an immediate public apology to Amanda Heyman and to Mackenzie Armas, and he owes personal apologies the next time he's at Gen Con and he sees them, if they're even willing to allow him within a 5-foot square of them. Right? This is outrageously offensive. And I know why this happens, right? Professor Dungeon Master is not some evil guy. He has got serious worm tongues sitting on his shoulders talking to him at every con he goes to, right? Stephen Glicker, one of them. And then also the biggest thing is desire for the fame and glory that YouTube brings. Not money. It's just the clicks, man. It's just people hearing you and people engaging with your content. It's powerful. And it's a draw for me. I have to struggle to make sure that my thumbnails, that's one of the reasons why you see my face in virtually every single, the majority of my thumbnails are just my face, right? Because it doesn't mean that, it means that not every single thumbnail is this precious siren's call to offend literally every woman in America, right? It's astonishing, right? It's this siren's call for fame and glory on YouTube is extremely real. I've seen horrible things happen, because of it. And I have to fight against it too, right? But I think I got the receipts. I am fighting against it. My channel's got 3,300 subs because I don't clickbait on my titles and because I don't lie. I don't flat out lie on my thumbnails and my titles. He is lying. There wasn't a total party kill. Amanda Heyman and Mackenzie Armas matter, okay? And it's not over because the two white guys are out. And it's not over because there's not a white guy to tell Amanda Heyman and Mackenzie DeArmas what to do in design. They don't need Jeremy Crawford or Chris Perkins. And to say it's over because the two white guys left the building is outrageously offensive. Outrageously offensive. Professor Dungeon Master is wrong. He needs to find himself. He needs to find his way back to his good self. Every single word you just heard in this video, every single word you just heard in this video, every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion. Absolutely nothing more and absolutely nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing and have a fetch millennium.